What company are you convinced actually hates their customers? Ticketmaster. They clearly hate music fans, bands and music itself. Oracle. They accuse their customers of having more installs than their license allows for. When shown proof, they will say the customer isn't providing all the correct details and then Oracle sues said customer. Oracle is a law firm that has a software development department. Every single U.S. health insurance provider, who devote millions of dollars and work hours every year to making sure that their customers die at a profitable rate. I used to work at Enterprise Rent-A-Car and can confirm everyone there hates the customer. Facebook. I tried advertising with them, and they said one account per person even when they won't let me log into my old account. I am trying to give you money. Any insurance company. They take their monthly payments but when it comes time to pay out they try to pay as little as possible or try to get out of it as much as they can. Amazon, why put ads when we're paying for IT anyway? Don't charge more when you're making billions. Netflix. They were great back when all they did was mail DVDs. But they've changed a lot and they've had a lot of downs and downs. And what they do to the customers is very aggravating. And sometimes seems malicious. ADT, poor experience with them. I was sold into a long-term contract with them while being misled that it was the standard and that they didn't have shorter terms. They used fear-mongering tactics, and when I canceled due to losing my home and having financial hardships they billed the hell out of me with a scummy loophole where they keep a separate record of your payment information if you sign up for auto-pay. Ludicrous. Loblaws. They are the leader in price gouging for food in Canada. They edge out competition and are often the only grocer in small-town Canada, leaving people with no other option than to pay hyper-inflated prices for food that has questionable expiration dates. Airbnb. They are 100% behind the hosts who sell on their site. They actively hate the people who actually rent their offerings. Complain about anything and Airbnb will treat you like a criminal. Nintendo. Nobody hates their own fan base more than Nintendo. Etsy. I recently gave up selling on there after over 10 years. It's one of those platforms where the customer is always right and the seller better just suck it up. You can't speak to a human anymore and now you have to pay to set up an account. The amount of scam messages you get is crazy and it's all just people reselling Chinese beads and stuff as handmade these days. They had some bad press a while back because they decided to put restrictions on a lot of seller accounts and just straight up keep the money for up to 70 days. Every April they find some way to scrape a few more pennies off the seller, and now you have to pay them to advertise your products, which is the whole point of them existing in the first place. Paramount Plus. They don't save your spot in a movie or series, so you have to remember what episode you were on, and how far you were into it. Given that literally every other streamer has this figured out, I can only surmise that they hate their customers. All of them. Especially tech companies. They happily sell your data. I can't think of a company that isn't actively screwing over their customers to make a penny. McDonald's. Nobody is even polite. They raised prices too high. The attitude is like, yeah, we serve overpriced garbage. But people will keep coming. So what's your order gonna be, asshole? Adobe. They make life incredibly difficult for customers and resellers to do business with them. As a reseller I stopped dealing with them years ago because it was impossible to make money with them. Their licensing is atrocious. Blizzard. They spent so much money and hours dedicated to creating games no one wanted or asked for, then told the fan base they were wrong about the games they did want. Planet Fitness. Their whole business model is built on the assumption that most customers will never actually use their membership. Microsoft. A lot of those folks, on the back end, are real petty. BlackRock/Vanguard and companies alike. They only care about profits. Livelihoods, human lives, food security for the less fortunate are nothing but a joke to them. T-Mobile. It gets hacked regularly, And it doesn't give two shits about the customer data it loses. Oil companies in general. They're basically tumors. Not necessarily a company, but I'd say half of the owners of sports teams don't give a shit about their fans, the players, or both. For example, my team, the Arizona Cardinals, the owner inherited the team from his dad. The man is a billionaire with a golden opportunity to grow a franchise in an amazing market for sports. But their season ticket holders get very few perks. Maybe a hat or a button. The players have to pay for their own food in the team training facility. For Monday Night Football, he opted to take out the cheerleaders to make room for more field-level seating. They had to watch from the locker room. That's no way to treat employees. I don't understand this behavior. And the ultimate outcome of this is a collection of fair-weather fans, and a stadium whose attendance is always at least half full of the other team's fans. Spectrum/Optimum. They have like 7 different names depending on where you live. After working there, let me tell you, they are just being optimistic as fuck when they set tech visit times. We couldn't guarantee shit. The system will email them, got it. Your appointment has been confirmed. But the dispatch center would cancel the visit without rescheduling or so much as making a courtesy call. So then we would get pissed off customers who took the day off work for no good reason. That's not even getting into the fees, billing, and the special department you have to speak with to cancel. They are required to get you to say no clearly 3 times before they cancel your service and get wrote up if they let too many people cancel. Comcast, Xfinity. After the introductory rate was over, I was paying over $100 just for internet, so I switched as soon as possible. Also, I guaranteed they were making probably a 90% profit at the introductory rate, so they must be just plain greedy. I would say most big corporations don't care about the customer. They only care about money. I think the better question would be, what company does care about its customers? Pretty much the entire health insurance industry. At T. So big they don't care if you have a problem, they will get some more customers. Nestlé. They change everything they buy to something less healthy. Walmart. They think they are too big to fail, so they provide shit service. I've heard W treats their associates like crap. Any company unwilling to pay US minimum wage for CSR positions and instead farms them out to the Philippines, India, Malaysia, etc., and expects their clientele to navigate the accents, lack of product knowledge, inability to connect to a supervisor in the USA. They hate their customers, and they really don't care, as you are just an account number with a balance. Nothing else matters.